Interesting. Okay. Booyah. Let's get started. Welcome to the stream, ladies and gents. What's going on? How's everyone doing? Getting some contract switchovers. You have like a bunch of contracts looking to get out at 66.24 on ES. Meanwhile, you had a bunch on ESZ, the new contract, people kind of like establishing positions on the way up. So you're starting to get population on both. So we're going to be showing book map of both contracts so we can kind of see the transition. Same with NQ. You're getting, it's still sparse, but getting the NQU and NQZ on Nasdaq Z. How's it going, Tio? Hopefully everything's good in the hood. I'm glad they caught that 22-year-old assassin dude. He looked like he was a few IQ points short of a deck of tarot cards, if you know what I mean. He was missing the major arcana. His eyes looked dead inside. I'm gonna go get some coffee. Be right back. Oh, I saw it before. Thanks. Okay, back. Okay. NQZ kind of getting slightly more contracts than NQU.
Are you ready? Welcome to the adventure! Choose your alter ego! Wolverine!
Come on! Spikes tingling.
Ready! Fight! Danger! Wolverine!
Rookie. Rookie. Let's
Ready! Fight! Wolverine!
Rookie. Rookie.
Ready. Fight!
Rookie.
Ready. Fight! Good. Omega Strike! Omega Strike! Omega Strike! Danger! Marvelous! Omega Strike! Omega Strike! Omega Strike! Omega Strike! Fatal Claw! KO! Wolverine!
Rookie.
Okay. Let's see what time is. 2 minutes to the hour.
Ready. Fight!
So we got FOMC on Thursday. I see. Yeah, Ninja rolled over, but other places haven't yet automatically. So I start watching the overall population of both for orders on the order book and then go with whatever has the most. It's about even Steven at the moment. Yo, what's up? Woke corn dog in the house.
Hold it. Ready. Fight.
Okay. Room is coming together. It's nicely. Just need a few more pieces of the puzzle to be complete.
I am the apocalypse. Ready. Fight. Your life is mine. Go switch.
How many of you have turned on the CRT television recently? I turned one on for the first time in like 20 years. It was, I was giddy like a child, being reminded of how things used to be. It's kind of crazy that we thought that was normal. It's like you can hear the high-pitched frequencies and everything. The hair on your arm stands up from the static.
Continue. Choose your alter ego. Spider-Man. Come to America.
Come on. Spider sense tingling.
Ready. Fight.
Web swing. Web swing. Spider sting. Web ball. Web ball. Web ball. Web swing. Web swing. Showtime. Showtime. Web swing. Web swing.
Charging star. Charging star. Hyper combo finish. KO. Neck win. Continue. Choose your alter ego, Spider-Man. Rock.
Come on. Showtime.
Ready. Fight.
Web swing. Web swing. Web swing. Spider sting. Showtime. Web swing. Web swing. Spider sting. Web ball.
What's next?
Okay. It's showtime. Welcome, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Haven't really hit much delta this session. We had a sell lot enter for 129 at 116, got punished to the upside. Haven't really hit much buy side up here yet. Got more laddered orders on NQZ than NQU. 20, 30 lots at NQZ and 20 lots at NQU. ESU has a bunch of 60 lots to the upside. ESZ has less to the upside, but a 80 lot at 66.70. So ESU looks like a lot of people want to get out on the buy side flush. Reaching all-time highs. Let's go ahead and do some volume points control from last week. 12 minutes. If you guys want to get my concurrent viewer count up to 10, I can give away some free Apex evals. So just keep that in mind if you want to help keep the stream up in the background. The book map makes it interesting sometimes. Like, look at this. ES has a bunch of resting orders to the upside for ESU, but ESC, not so much. So ESU, people want to get out up top. ESZ, people still chilling. Large player wants to get out at 66.70 and 66.75 on ESZ. 1 more minute till the pre-market algo switch off.
I'm tired, but I'm wide awake. In darkness, I can see your face. When you're with me, there's no pain. A vision, and you're gone again. And I don't know where you've gone. And you never told me what was wrong. And I know life will carry on, but I forget how to be strong when the sun goes down. 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 When the sun goes down.
Definitely an ESZ is sparser than ESU though, in terms of population on all the brackets.
And you
Same with NQZ,
what was wrong.
but NQ is always kind of sparsely populated until it's not.
Will carry on, but I forget how to be strong when the sun goes down. 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 When the sun goes
Okay. Push to the upside, breaking the resting orders. How many of you guys watch anime? Sakamoto Days is a pretty good one if you got Netflix. It's like about an assassin who gets fat after he gets married, but he's still a badass. Anyway, we got 20 seconds until open. Ten seconds. And we're off to the races. Getting a lot of buyers up in here. A little bit of both sides, though. Nothing super noticeable on both sides, but a lot of buying. Oh, yeah. That one woke. Yeah. I saw that for a brief moment. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's glitching. Oh, thanks for clear today. Normally it gives me at least. Okay, should be fixed. Oh, nice. It's price disco, so it's hard to predict the top on that. Yeah, I mean, you got a bunch of buy side being hit, but it's not anything significant. You just had a 95 lot, 116 now, 148 at 212. So if it just literally as we speak, that person added, now it's 180. So if they get absorbed at 212, then you could get some buyer absorption, and 221 now at 212. So 243, 255, 257. So they just keep adding for whatever reason at 212. So you could get a little bit of buyer absorption if it goes below 262 now, and then it hit 80 at 215. So the buyers are in control as until they're not. But if it comes back on 212 at any point, that's an absorption opportunity. Yeah, they just hit 464 in buy side with that push up. So I don't know what that 262 player has in mind, but so far they're rewarding them. And the fact that they joined after it already hit the top shows that it's like an actual buyer for whatever reason. So if it goes below, that would be a good opportunity, I think. There's a 200 lot at 66.75 on ES. $66.75 on ES, like a 200 lot wants to get out or sweep that 200 lot. Again, needs to accelerate below 212 for anything to be real. Okay, now going beneath 212 perhaps. Need some acceleration. Okay, I'm here for it. Follow through, please. No, not like that. Not like this. Not like this. It's testing the underside of it, though. Okay. Yeah, I got it too. Boom, boom. Booyah. Yeah, I took that little push down and then, yeah, put my stop at break even on the runner. We're just seeing where it's going, but I'm not in it anymore. I took from 211 to 197 on one contract, though. But yeah, like, oh, thanks, woke. Okay. Let's see, though. I still think it could go back to those volume imbalances at 185. There's a double volume imbalance down there. Let's go see what else we got. Fibonacci or anything lining up with this area. Give me a sec. We're hitting a 786 trend base fib level where it could kind of like take profits at here on a kind of 2-day thought process. If it doesn't hold the 226, it could go back, pull back a little bit to the 200s. Let's go see what the London manipulation brought in. Let's go like this. We already broke that, so yes, just inside a range right now. They swept a 400 lot. There's a lot of trades going on in ESZ. I'm seeing like 1900, 1400. There's a bunch of swept orders during this open, and not as many on ESU in this range. So it flipped that buyer at 24,212 into support for now. And we just took another 486 in buy side with that push up to the 235s. We broke the 786. Next take profit level on the trend base fib is at 268. Yo, what's up, man? Howdy ho, cow. Howdy ho. Check out this box I made for the keys. October. It's a Halloween thingy-majig. We got FOMC on Thursday too, right? And I've been looking at all of this. I'm highly fascinated every time when they do the rollover, like how one depopulates and one populates, and how they're like on Bookmap. It's a really, like, since I got Bookmap this year, it's been fun to study how like one gets less popular and then when they start laddering. Like I was noticing ESU had a bunch of like resting orders to the upside, but ESZ didn't. So it's like, are they establishing new contract positions for a repricing to the upside and ESU just wants to get out in expectation of that? Right. And then like I see a bunch like on the open, like ESZ had a bunch of like 1400, 1900, 300, all these 300 lots within the range, and then ESU had nothing. Right. And NQ is always kind of like, because it's bipolar, like people don't do like hundreds of contracts and sit there, you know, they, unless it's a resting order or a spoofer. Right. So it seems like ES has already moved on and NQ's kind of on the fence. You should do the NQ1 because all the indicators will be perpetually updated. So it's like better for data on that regard. And then you see the gaps and stuff. So the gaps are good. So I use for TradingView NQ1 always. Always and forever. De Beers. Yes, a triple witching week. But it's just interesting, like, how the contract rollover always coincides with like a rate announcement or something, like, so they can just be like 3-card Monty, like, ooh, reprice to the upside. Establish new contracts, new orders in the new contract, and go off to the races. That was just news. Don't worry about it. A lot of boop boop be doop. I'm crossing my fingers any day now when they'll say, like, we shipped your mask. because I that's one of the biggest things that I'm expecting to be there, and it's like, everything else is a-okay. That's the last piece of the puzzle. But I'm afraid to send them too many emails because I don't want them to be like, fuck this dude. They wipe it, they wipe the nose part of it with like their dirty underwear or something. Like it smells like taint from the silicone. Just leave it on your face. Sleep with it on, yeah. Yes. It's 11 o'clock already? Damn. Did you have a time? Wait, when does the daylight savings time go on? They don't do that here, but the reason and I wonder is because it throws off when I'm supposed to. It actually gives me an extra hour, so I'm like, yay. But then it's not good to be on later, but you got a bunch of stacked orders at 235, like that it, when it pushed up to the 260s, that it could go back and FU sweep. Oh, nice. We got some time then. Yeah, my son already does that. Like, turns on the TV and it's like, Dad, I'm hungry. Like, you gotta let the appetite build. You got a 70 lot on, 60. Some people on the new NQ trying to. Interesting. Starting to get more lots on NQZ than NQU at this time. I saw some 70s, but you're still seeing some weight get pushed around. What? Do you ever quick kind of tangent but similar topic. Do you know Nate Friedman? He's an investigative journalist who like goes to all these protests and interviews the protesters and stuff. But then he does background checks on them and tells you who they work for like these organizations that like fund all that, and they're like full-time protesters basically. Yeah. I mean, he gets accosted all the time and they make profiles on him, and then they're like leaders of they warn all the other people and they have people following him and stuff. Like he's pretty serious, but he's like very cordial when he interviews the people in the moment, and then later he like fact checks them in post. But like, you know, it's pretty weird because they got all these like Singham, this like billionaire who's in ties with the CCP in China, like he funds a lot of it, but it's like there's a lot of these weird groups like that they're named these weird names like Project Pink or something, like some weird names that you would think are innocuous, but they're like basically trying to foment this division in the country. Right. Code Pink, that's what it is. And then like he's a billionaire and he's like met with like the CCP officials and stuff, and it's like he funds these like pro-Palestine things in New York and stuff, and these groups, these like full-time protesters who just make it seem like there's this organic thing, but it's not. I'm not trying to like say, you know, I'm not trying to take away what you're talking about, but I'm just saying like it seems like there's a lot of these weird people that are like down with America within America, and like there should be something we do about that. Like you shouldn't be flying another country's flag in America like as some sort of like, and then burning America's flags and like saying America sucks within America. Like you can't do that in Japan. So it's kind of like, yeah, looks like we're going to sweep the 30s, by the way. Uh, but yeah, like I don't know. Like the whole, like, not being able to know you're in America by seeing all the other countries' flags except for America, is just kind of weird. Like why do other countries have this like patriotism where they can show their own flag, but then somehow Yeah, it's pretty effed. Where like, yeah, like them flying right. Like recently, they had that whole like raise the flag thing for their own country, and then that was like audacious to fly your own country's flag. Yeah. Welcome to the medieval time period. Bubonic plague for everyone. It's bloody cheeky, that one, mate. You play into the. My thing is like I'm a guest in Japan, and I try to think of it from that perspective. And if I'm like, particularly if you're not like a citizen and you're like going to protests and waving a foreign flag in the country that you're in, like you're asking for trouble. I don't know. It's just maybe like citizens have that right, but I would say like guests don't. Well, like the guy from MSNBC is a good example because what he said was kind of like he tried to make it like he said something to the effect of like Charlie Kirk said, like, if you say dangerous things, then it brings about dangerous actions or something to that effect. Basically saying like, you know, you shouldn't hold those opinions or something. So it was kind of like he was warning, which is could be construed as like you're condoning that type of action. So there's a fine line between like just laughing like, lol, I hope the gun was okay, and like saying like you shouldn't hold thoughts like that, or you better watch out, you know, like that. Like if there's like a you know, like a 8647, like that type of messaging is a little bit, you know, too much in my opinion. But it could mean that. So it means like cancel them or like terminate or whatever, like get rid of. I thought it was 8 foot deep and or 8 miles out and 6 foot deep or something. Right. So like I can give you that point, but what there is certain thresholds where people say where it comes across as condoning. And in that case, I find that to be reprehensible, and those people do need to be accountable. I think it's more about being accountable for what you think, and if you think that murdering somebody for their views, even if you disagree with them, is okay, then you need to be accountable for that because you're kind of dangerous in that thinking. So I think that's, you know, but just trying to get everyone for just not even for just saying he sucked or something, like I didn't like him or whatever, like that's, you know, you're welcome to think that way, like of course. I don't know, you know, which, like, yeah, like what I mean is like you're right, and that whole like cancel side of things is also right. There's this, again, a spectrum of people's comments that are like condonable and inexcusable, basically. Right. Yeah, that was crazy too. Like, as much as I don't like Pelosi, I wouldn't wish that on anyone, you know? And there was also those Democrats assassinated for voting in Minnesota, was it? And that dude like went to their house as a police officer. But yeah. Well, I don't think they should put, like, I don't think you have to be, it's not like just insensitive. I don't know. It was, to me, like, it sounded like what you're saying, yes, he could have meant it in a different way, but what I'm talking about, that's why I use the word construed. Like, if it can be construed in the mind of a deranged person as a green light for continuing in this politically charged direction where you think taking out having political violence is okay, like you shouldn't be saying things that could even be construed in that manner. Like it shouldn't be an approval of that action at all. Like it sounds like he was justifying it, why it happened, and there is no justification. Like it's like I don't care what you say, that's not excusable. It should be only condemned, not justified or reasoned or rationalized why that person did it, or like, well, if you do this, then expect that. It's like, no, you shouldn't have to expect anything of that regard. It should be inexcusable. And that's, I think, where I think it doesn't matter what he was meaning to say. He should have just been like, there's no justification for this. It's retarded like that. Like, I don't know. It's and it's not free speech. It's like if he thinks that, that's fine, but to say it on a platform where there's like millions of people listening at this stage with how unhealthy it seems a lot of people are, you know, I think with social media and everything, it's got to be more careful somehow. Yeah, he did. I think he wasn't saying it bad, but it was just like the timing of saying something like that. Like you should. Yeah, it's just like you should have a little bit more understanding that it could be the other side too. So it's just like this is under any circumstance, it's not acceptable, period. And that's it. Like it should have been a message that's more like when you have, instead of like when you have these views, it comes with the territory. It should be like, this guy's crazy and I'm really sorry this happened. This is in America, we shouldn't have to worry about this. It should be like that. Like, so I mean, it was insensitive if nothing else. And then, yeah, and then the construed of condonement, that's one other level, a layer which you have to be aware of or mindful of. Because you can give like dog whistles or like winks at like, you know, comes with the territory, bitch, you know, like even if you're not saying that. Well, they all make millions. Like Don Lemon still has his millions from his previous whatever, so he can just like laugh it up to the bank either way. Same with that Joy Reid. Yeah. Yo! Long time no speak. He gets that phone call. He's like, you gotta say this. And my thing was like, I can see where Dave's coming from about like you don't want to rescind citizenship of Americans for doing something like that, but to have like to be a guest in America doesn't you don't have inalienable rights as a guest, and so as a guest of Japan, I wouldn't burn the Japanese flag in front of the Japanese embassy or like parliament or and then go protest about how America's better than Japan or whatever. Like that's grounds to get kicked out and do not come back. And I would expect that and nothing less. Like so the sense of entitlement of the guests that are in America is a bit high at the moment and needs to change. Like that was a sweep of sweeps. It just cleared all of the order book on ES too. Yeah, I took that 212 pullback earlier and then I've just been chilling. Alright guys, stay blessed, stay positive, stay frugal, and we'll catch you tomorrow.